All right, Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halal, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kadash Wakad, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, who rule well and taught me this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Peace and salutations to the elect, all right, the 12 tribes who are scattered abroad, greeting, all right. Real quick, I wanted to do a lesson on self-examination, because a large part of this truth requires us rebuke, exhort, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice as a trumpet, and show our people their transgressions. All right. Make sure the doctrine's on point. Get on these different camps. All right. But one thing we can't forget, that through all of that, you have to examine yourself as well. And that's what's going to make the temple perfect. Those who examine themselves and make sure that they're fit for the temple and mold themselves and their behavior pattern around the temple and not around their own flesh, not around their own emotions, not letting the bitterness, catch them up and push that off on the body as a doctrine. Because we've got a lot of people who, like I say, they get bitter and then they push their bitterness off onto the whole nation as a doctrine. And you got weak-minded people who see that and they think that's the way to go. All right. The honorable thing to do, all right, is to exalt Yahweh while Yahweh Shai to the best of your ability in sincerity and truth. Okay. So, because you got a lot of spirits out here. You got a lot of people getting caught up by these demons. And they in that I'm a grown-ass man spirit or this renegade spirit where they're a part of a body, but secretly they murmur about the men around them, about their leaders, and think that they can do their own thing. If you like that, then do your own thing, man. Get the hell away from the body and just do your own thing and be a grown-ass man. Because you got a lot of jakes who are on this, I'm a grown-ass man, I don't have to follow man. All right. Well, first of all, in the system of white supremacy, your ass ain't no grown-ass man. You sneaking around this earth, all right, trying to act and portray yourself as a man. All right, this system, your ass is a little child. And in this truth, your ass is a little child, man. Or you're supposed to be a newborn babe. You just trying to figure it out. You're supposed to humble yourself to that, man. And the scriptures say he that doesn't see himself as a newborn babe, all right, you're not going to enter into the kingdom, man. This is 1 Corinthians 11:34. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body. And that's the point. All right, examine yourself and understand what you're a part of, man. Hamashiach's decision making and the reason, all right, one of the reasons that kept him going forward in his walk and what he had to go through, his cross was for the elect's sake, man. And this is what we're here for, man. This is a sacrifice. All right. But you have to examine yourself, because a lot of times these particular things in the flesh, you don't want to sacrifice them, man, because you're caught up in yourself. You're caught up in the flesh, man. This thing is not about the flesh. This thing is about the spirit, man. You may be pushing off the wrong energy, man. You have to examine yourself, man. Okay. When you're going through these circumstances and catching this hell, okay, don't focus so much on the hell and the bitterness, but ask Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, what is he trying to tell you? What is he trying to get through to you? What exactly does he want out of you? Why is he putting you through this hell? What does he want you to learn from this hell? Instead of just, I'm catching hell. Because, man, catching hell is at an all-time high, brothers. Hell ain't never been this hot. We're in hell, man. This is it's getting more demonic. Satan, so-called white man is, he finding old debt, sending you letters, trying to, all sorts of things. Everywhere, every time you look up, you brother get tickets, brothers are sick, the situation's all messed up, all sorts of things are happening to brothers, man. All right. But through that hell, man, the one who's going to endure it is the one who examines himself through that hell. See, a lot of people like to make hell the end of the story, or the bitterness or something that happened to them the end of the story. The ones who are going to endure to the end are the ones who are going to examine themselves through it all, fight through it, all right, and always ask Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, what does he want? What do you want from me? What are you trying to get me to, what do you put me through this for? What do I need to learn from this? What do I need to take from this experience? Not getting caught up in the experience and making that the end all be all and then pushing that vibration off on everybody because you're mad or because, no, man, we all catching hell, man. According to our measure. Your hell ain't no better than the next man's hell, man. We all in hell. According to our measure. Ain't nobody brag and boast about their hell being more, man. But you got to examine yourself, man. Because you could be eating and drinking unworthily, man, and become the enemy of the cross, man. Okay? I'm going to jump to verse 31. It says, but if we judge ourselves, then we should not be judged. Okay? All right? Proverbs 18:17. He that is first in his own cause seemeth just, but his neighbor cometh to search at him, man. You got brothers around you to let you know when you're going off. But ultimately, all right, you got to judge yourself, man. And this culture didn't never teach us that. This culture has never taught us, you know, to examine ourselves, to judge ourselves. This culture just teaches us to look at everything else and blame everything else as a reason and means to why we're whack, demonic, and through and destitute, man. No, man. Judge yourself. Make yourself accountable. You're a brick within this body, man. You're a cell within this body. You can't be on your own agenda, man. There's a lot of brothers who are getting caught up by these demonic spirits that are out here in this earth, and then they become a do as thou wilt prophet, man. That ain't what we're here for, man. Okay? And this applies to who it applies to. It's just me speaking in the spirit, but I see particular behavior and activity going on, and it's just like, why, man? Brothers just causing strife for no damn reason, man. Doing shit that you know you shouldn't be doing, man. Just to be rebellious or to say, I'm my own man. Well, be your own man on your own, man. You know? Get the hell away from the brotherhood, man. All right? Let me get one more. 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourselves whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves that how Yahushua is in you, except ye be reprobates, man. You got to always examine yourself, all right, around Yahushua, man, around the body, around the elect. You got to examine yourself. You got to look at Hamashiach. Would he do this? And sometimes we lose the battle in the flesh, but we're living in the times where we got to go harder, man, in the spirit. Excuses for being simple, man. You may not have that excuse, man. You may not, your mercy may have ran out. You don't know your story, your ending, man. And while you still here, man, exalt Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, examine yourself and be an example to the flock, man, to the elect. Not an example to niggerdom, man, to people who came into this thing, got mad and got bitter. All right, and just last week they loved you. You the best thing I ever saw. You the best thing that ever happened, man. The water Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for you, man. Your spirit helps me. And then the next week, fuck you. I hate those niggas, man. That nigga, fuck you. You a false prophet. You through. You this, you that. You know, using your jokes. Just being a clown, man. You got a lot of niggas like that, man. That's because they wasn't examining themselves, man. How in the hell 1 week you love me, all right, and the next week, fuck me, fuck my son, fuck my every goddamn thing, man. And that's how these niggas are, man. That's reprobate behavior, man. And this is now a culture being pushed in Israel, man. And you got a lot of people who's in part of Great Millstone who look at these rebellious niggas and these things that's happening, and in their flesh, I agree, man. I agree. All right, because they measure everything by the flesh, man. They don't look at things spiritual, man. We all could have videos made about us, man. That ain't what this is about. Everybody got something in the flesh. Everybody. Remember that. Everybody in the flesh can be exposed to an extent or have something put out there to make people seem as though you're not a man of the Lord. Everybody that's in this flesh got that. That ain't what this walk is about. You have to view things through the spirit, man. View brothers for their intent in the spirit, man. Get on them for their behavior, but view things in the spirit, man. Don't become no goddamn scoffer and scorner at the last second, man. You got a lot of people leaning towards that, man. So examine yourself, man. Examine yourselves whether you be in the faith. Examine your behavior. Examine, am I a whole ass nigga? Am I being a whole ass nigga? All right, am I murmuring? All right, am I in order? Do I want to be in order? If you don't want to be in order, then roll out, man. We got to examine ourselves, brothers. All right. You women too, man. We at the end of this thing, man. This is not a game, man. Big things are happening to those who are viewing it in the spirit. But for those who are caught up in the flesh, ain't nothing happening, man. But they own goddamn emotions, man. So make sure you're examining yourselves. Make sure you're fighting. Make sure you're praying. Make sure you're fasting. Make sure you're not a whole ass nigga. Make sure you're not on this I'm a grown ass man madness. Make sure you're in order, man. And if you don't want to be, roll the fuck out, man. All right? The Lord is setting up leaders, man. You got people running from now we don't have to go out on the highways. And people are getting seduced by that, man. Examine yourselves, man. Whether you be in the faith, man. This is a sacrifice, man. You sacrifice the flesh. You sacrifice those carnal thoughts that come into your mind. You overcome that with the spirit through examining yourself and through looking at the bigger picture. Not looking at the condition and just your emotion and your feeling. Look at the bigger picture, man. Hamashiach had to go through and endure way more than we have to endure. Now, this is hell, and we catch those lashes spiritually, but come on, man. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles and elders. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.